Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Y'all, we have so much to do today. Let's see if I can show you all the stuff that we got to get done. Can y'all see that? All right, hang on. Let me drive the car. That's all things that we have to pick up and drop off and switch around. But before we get into all that, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. Y'all, seriously, we have so much to do. As usual, we are on a break in between classes because I'm not organized enough to do stuff when I don't have other stuff going on. But we have to run and pick up a Walmart. We got to pick up a Home Depot order. I got to run to the library. I got to run and drop something off at the post office. And I have an appointment in 40 minutes. So I got to figure out which of those things I can do before I go to my appointment. I don't know why I don't just go to my appointment and then do the things, because I just get all anxious thinking that I'm going to be late for my appointment because of all the running around. But anyway, whatever. How y'all doing? Y'all, I got to show you. I should not be trying to use visual aids while I'm driving. But y'all, look what I got. Can y'all see that? Is that even focusing? I got me an award for finishing a virtual challenge. Y'all know. I know. Go ahead, take a second and laugh at me. But y'all know how I love me a virtual challenge, so that I need a second to laugh at myself, because y'all, I know how ridiculous these things are. But that's one of the Conqueror challenges. It's that conquerorchallenge.com or conqueror.com or something, where you pay. Y'all, I know I'm buying those trophies or buying those awards. But so you go online and you sign up for this virtual challenge. That was a shorty. I think this was only 30 miles. I know I need to stop messing with this while I'm driving. Like I said, I think that was only 30 miles, but that was through my friend Alex's neighborhood where he grew up. So I was like, I'm going to stalk you. I'm going to lazy girl stalk the you that you were 40 years ago. And he's like, you are certifiable. But anyway, so you go online and you really just buy it. But there's an app and it tracks your mileage. So you connect it to your Apple Fitness. Of course, I have an Apple Watch. So it'll track your miles, whatever miles your Apple Watch logs. The Conqueror Challenge app on your phone is linked to that. So whatever miles you get in a day, it'll count those miles. So I don't do the miles that I ride on the bike. Well, if I do a long challenge, I will. If I do a challenge that's over 1,000 miles, I will. But otherwise, that literally would have been a day on the bike for me. So I just do, I think the watch counts some kind of incidental movement while you're on the bike. So it doesn't count your actual distances that you pedal, but it gives you a few miles here and there. But I get miles walking around and going up and down stairs and stuff. So I don't know, it took me a week and a half or so to do that one. But anyway, y'all, those things keep me motivated. And I know it's ridiculous, and we've talked about this before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about this, but those virtual challenges keep me motivated. The Peloton is really the one that's keeping me going. The challenges on the Peloton bike, their annual goal challenge thing is to work out 20,000 minutes on any one of their workout modalities, whatever, over the course of the year. So bike, Pilates, strength, yoga, all of those count. And it's their challenge is 20,000 minutes in a year. Well, I did that 2 years ago. And I almost doubled it last year, which I didn't even notice. But the intern pointed it out after the beginning of this year. He was like, well, how many minutes did you do last year? And I looked and I knew that I had crushed the goal, but I didn't know by how much. So I looked and I had done 38,000 minutes last year. And y'all, talk about fit to be tied. I was so mad that I almost, now mind you, there is no 40,000 minute goal, and there is no like double the goal. So in my mind, I beat myself up over not achieving a goal that didn't even exist and that I wasn't even trying to achieve. But I was mad at myself, and I was mad at the intern for pointing it out. I was mad at myself for not having thought of trying to achieve this goal, and then for not achieving it. So this year, my goal, there goes my phone. So this year, my goal is, and I know I've talked about this a bazillion times, but it's to double that Peloton annual goal. So to do 40,000 minutes of any kind of workout on the Peloton stuff. And so I will show you my tracking again. Y'all give me just a minute. I'm gonna pull up here and get my groceries, and then I'll be back. So that's my annual goal, but I also do smaller goals. I do monthly goals on the Peloton platform, and I'm slightly obsessive about closing my Apple Fitness rings. So I have daily goals, which is to close my fitness rings. I have monthly goals, which are, I guess, the fitness rings and on the Peloton platform, and then my annual goal. And I keep up with all of those goals in a tracker. And that's really, I think, what helps me the most. So let me show you that. Some of you have seen this already. And if you're even the least bit OCD, I'm going to go ahead and apologize, because this is going to make you crazy. But in my tracker, I have a little flappy bit over the top where I've marked my overall minute goal for months, weeks, and then days, because I have two different types of days. And then each day I mark down how many minutes of activity I actually do, and then I mark down whether I'm over or under that day's goal. And I keep a running total for the week of whether I'm over or under. And then at the end of the week, I have a number for whether I'm over or under for the entire week. And then at the end of the month, I just jot down where I am for the month. And that does two things. It keeps me motivated to keep working towards my goal, because I can see the numbers that I'm working towards, and it keeps me from really just beating myself up when I don't meet my numbers. Because some days, like on Tuesdays are just really hard for me, and often on Tuesdays I just don't hit the numbers that I need to hit. So I'm negative on a Tuesday, but then by Wednesday I've made that up. So instead of beating myself up about that failure that I've had on Tuesday, I can just look forward to what I've got coming up on Wednesday and what I need to do to get myself back on track. So if I can quantify what I have going on, it doesn't allow me to make it into some big, huge monster that'll just ruin my day. And y'all, I will truly make this into a big, huge monster that will ruin my day. So tracking helps me with that. For a while I was tracking my strength workouts as I did them, like filling them in as I went along, but then I realized how much I liked coloring in the whole thing at the end. So now I just sort of keep up with it in my head and on the Peloton platform to know how many more workouts I need to do to get to gold. And then I know that once I get to gold, I get to fill in the whole thing. So instead of doing it as I go along, as I probably should do, I just color it all in at the end. And then I know that once I get to gold, I get to fill in the whole thing. So I know that these are the things that motivate me. That if I have something to work towards or work for, that y'all, I will work. Like if I know the number that I need to hit in a day, I'm going to do everything I can do to hit that number. But if I don't have a number and I don't have something that I'm working for, I am lazy. I will get off task. I will get distracted. I will find anything that I can to keep from actually getting my workout done. I will sit and plan a workout for an hour instead of doing the workout. But if I have something to work towards, I will work towards that attainable or sort of quantifiable goal. So I know that that's what I need to do for myself to keep me going and keep me motivated. So let's talk about some other things that we can do to get ourselves motivated and to stay motivated. One key component to staying motivated is knowing your why. Know what you're working towards and why you're doing what you're doing. Then once you know your why, you can make a plan because you know what you're working towards and why you're working towards it. So then you can make a plan. Like you've seen my plans, right? My daily plans, my weekly plans, my monthly plans. So know your why, make a plan, and then stay positive. Even if you're not necessarily hitting your goals or you're a little off of your plan, you can always reassess and then just get yourself back on track. That's the beauty of having a plan. You know what you need to sort of adjust and get yourself back to. And once you have a plan, you can get organized. Organize your time, figure out when you're going to do the things you're going to do, organize your resources, make sure that you have the things that you need in order to move forward with your goal. And y'all, this isn't just about fitness. Let's say your goal is, I don't know, to eat better. Be organized about that. Don't just all of a sudden say, all right, well, I'm going to start a diet today and I'm going to do better. Make sure that you have the things that you need to move forward on that diet. Have access to healthy food. Have a plan of what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat it, how you're going to prepare it, or at least have that in your head. Be organized so that you have a better chance of success. Don't just go jumping into these things with no kind of plan. But now I'm going to sound like I'm double talking. Don't procrastinate. Get going. Get started. Don't sit around making excuses like, oh, well, I don't have the right weights. I don't have the right shoes. I don't have the right blah, blah, blah. I'm too big to do that. You're not too anything to do it. Just get started. Start doing it from where you are, but have a plan to sort of, improve the way that you're doing it, right? So if you're starting out lifting weights with milk jugs full of sand, figure out how you're going to get some real weights moving forward, but just get started. Don't sit around and make excuses for not doing stuff. And along those same lines, and y'all, this is one of those things that, honest to goodness, and people that know me are nodding right now because they know that I'm telling myself this as much as I'm telling anybody else. Starve your distractions. Figure out what it is that's taking your energy away from moving forward on your goals, and starve those things of your energy and your attention. Be intentional with the things that you do and where you spend your energy. And y'all, finally, last but most definitely not least, reward yourself. Recognize your accomplishments. Celebrate the things that you're doing well and that you're doing right. Recognize the little things, because it's those little changes that are going to lead to big changes in the long run. Don't fixate on, if you're trying to lose weight, don't fixate on those sort of changes in the scale. Look at things like working out. Do you have a better attitude towards working out? Are your workouts going better? Are you eating better? Are you developing healthier attitudes towards food? Are your test results from the doctor coming back better? All of these things are victories. So celebrate your victories. And y'all, if you have friends that are going through these kind of things, help them celebrate their victories as well. We all need to be supports for each other. All right, that's all I got on this for now. I'm about to be late for my appointment because I'm sitting here yakety schmacketying with y'all. So let me go to my appointment. I got to run to the library, run to the post office. Don't nobody want to go along with that. So let me do that. I'm going to get back to the house and do a strength workout because I think I told y'all. Did I tell y'all I have 4 strength workouts left for this month and there's only 3 days left in the month? So I need to get at least one more in today or things are just not going to be fun. So I need to do a workout, and then I'm going to make, you know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make some meatballs for dinner, but I'm going to try making meatballs in the oven. So let me get to this appointment. I'm going to get my workout done, and then I'll meet y'all in the kitchen and we're going to throw together some meatballs. All right. So I'll see y'all there. All right, y'all, errands are done, workout is done. Now it's time to get dinner going. Like I said, I think I'm gonna try to make some turkey meatballs in the oven. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start off dicing some onions, teeny tiny little dices, and saute those well with some garlic. Set that aside. Then I'm gonna take some breadcrumbs. I'm gonna start off with 1/8 of a cup, and I'm gonna marinate or like soak the breadcrumbs in some almond milk. And all of the points in this dish are coming from the breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna start with 1/8 of a cup and see if that does it. So I'm gonna soak them in some almond milk. Then I'm gonna mix the breadcrumbs with a pound of ground turkey. And y'all know I use the 99% lean turkey. Then I'm gonna add a couple of eggs and some seasoning. I'll throw in some Italian seasoning, maybe some onion salt and garlic salt, but I already put garlic in the diced onion, so I don't know, we'll see. And I might throw in a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. We'll just see how they look when I get it all mixed up together. Then I'm gonna scoop them out into meatballs and bake them at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. But y'all, I definitely don't want these to dry out, so I'm gonna keep a close eye on them while they're baking. And I'll come back while they're done. We'll taste them and just see what we've created. All right, y'all, the turkey balls are done. They just came out of the oven. Here's what we got there. Can y'all see that? It looks a little, I don't know, looks a little albino-ish. I usually do these on the stove. Have we done these together on the stove before? I don't know why I decided to do them in the oven. But when I do them on the stove, I don't put all that stuff in them. I just mash together some turkey with some seasoning and put them in a pan. So I mentioned that I didn't want to overcook them, so I actually used a thermometer and checked them. And 165 degrees is done. And y'all, those are perfect. So let's give this a taster. You probably noticed I got a little nervous when I was making them. I had a 1/2 pound of turkey that I needed to go ahead and cook. So I started with a 1/2 pound, so I only used 1 egg. But I did use 1/8 of a cup of breadcrumbs with the almond milk. Soaked that, threw it in, mushed it all together with 1 egg. The onions and garlic that I had cooked, seasoning, Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper, mushed it up, and I was like, maybe we need some more turkey. So then I put in another 1/2 pound of turkey. So it is 1 pound of turkey. So I think that's had time to cool. Let's give that a taster. It's not great, but it's good. These will be good. Like if you're making spaghetti, like if you're making some kind of sauce in which you use meatballs, these would be good meatballs for that. I will eat these. I'm fine with, it's going to sound so bizarre, I'm fine with eating weird stuff. So if you make them with 1 pound of turkey and 1/8 of a cup of breadcrumbs, it's only 1 point per 1/4 pound serving. And y'all, 1/4 pounds is kind of a lot if you're eating it with other stuff. So dinner tonight is going to be meatballs with 1/2 cup of rice, which is 3 points, black beans and corn, both of which are 0 points. So dinner tonight is going to be 1/4 pound of meatballs, which is 1 point, 1/2 cup of white rice, which is 3 points, and then some black beans and corn, which are both 0 points. So that's a 4-point dinner. Y'all, thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you haven't already done so, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos on Mondays with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.